What's going on, YouTube? This is BBSP back, and I wanted to touch on a particular subject real quick. The whole Jonathan Isaacs situation. You know what I mean? First and foremost, he plays for one of my favorite teams from back in the day, Orlando Magic, number one. Number two, I thought he had real good potential coming out of college. You know, he was very green. He was very, he had potential. He has potential. He definitely still has talent. You know, thought he developed a little bit more. He could be one of the top contributors in this league. And everything. But I just want to touch on a few things. As far as know he had a torn ACL in the bubble. And I'm not wishing injury on nobody, despite the fact of what he did or what he's done and whatever. I'm not wishing no injury. I won't go that far, even though he's kind of lost and confused and brainwashed. And I'm going to get to that in a minute. But overall, man, I hope he has a speedy recovery. He comes back 100% winning if next season comes around. And, I don't root for nobody to get hurt, nobody to get injured, man, because that's some bitch shit. That's some punk shit. I don't do that. I don't root for nobody to get hurt, despite the fact I may not agree with, anybody. At the end of the day, they all go out there and put in 60 minutes out in the court, rather, okay? So, that's that. But yeah, his explanation about religion, why he stood up and why he didn't kneel. I'm sorry, he's been a product of the brainwashed society of the church. A lot of these churches, Baptist, Christian, whatever religion you are, Baptist, Christian, whatever, we've been brainwashed by a white Jesus with all the Roman Catholics from Europe infiltrating the everything, and all that stuff. We just been brainwashed, man. And Jonathan Isaacs he's a victim of that. A lot of these churches, they think they're above reproach because they think they ain't got no grimy shit behind the scenes or whatever. And you got these preachy pastors and all that stuff that's in the church, very, very hypocritical. They're very hypocritical on judging certain people who don't go to church, or judging certain people who live a lifestyle, and when they're guilty of the same transgressions, But like I said before, Jonathan Isaacs, man, I can't be mad at him. I can't be upset because he's a product of the brainwashed system, People, white supremacy out here, they got us brainwashed into thinking it's a white Jesus who's a byproduct of the Roman Catholic of the Roman Catholic Church from Europe. I'm not going to get all preachy, get go over a history lesson. People who actually follow what I'm talking about know what I mean. They know what I mean as far as this, So, like I said before, man, Jonathan Isaacs is just brainwashed, man, and his actions were very, very coonish, very coonish. I mean, it comes off as very coonish and very disingenuous, man. You know what I mean? Because just because you have those beliefs doesn't mean you shower those beliefs on anybody else. Nobody is subscribed to the same religion you are. You understand? Nobody subscribed to that, to the same religion. And thing is, like, I don't know Jonathan Isaacs personally, but it seems like to me he's one of those guys that is very, very judgmental preaching. You know what I mean? People, people who are in the church who are very hypocritical of others and judgmental of others, and people who, like I said, very judgmental, and they put labels on people. You got a lot of people that's in the church that's very hypocritical, especially those pastor types. People, they're very judgmental on people when in actuality they're being hypocrites and they actually do the same grimy shit behind the scenes. I believe that a lot of people who are in the church nowadays, see, times have changed. A lot of people who are in the church nowadays are the same people who be out in the bars, every Saturday night acting a fool. They're acting a fool in the bars, in the clubs, one night, and then on that next Sunday they get all high and mighty and all that stuff, pretending like they're better than everybody else because they so-called a member of certain religion or a certain member of a church. But yeah, I mean, me personally, I just feel like Jonathan Isaacs is lost, and he got his hand caught in the cookie jar because he tried to play the fence both times. He tried to subscribe to the movement of others, and then at the same time try to put his religion out there on himself. Put his religion out there on himself. But thing is, though, like I said before, everybody got flaws, Everybody has flaws. And just because you're a member of a certain religion, a member of a certain church, doesn't mean you don't have those flaws. You ain't got those flaws either, end of the day, So it's like, okay, you're going to pass judgment on me. Why don't you? What about you? Aren't you, a whole lot of people who are hypocrites out here, man, Whole lot of people are hypocrites out here. But, like I said before, Jonathan Isaacs is a byproduct of a brainwashed society, and end of the day, I just don't feel nothing for him, man. I mean, I'm not gonna be upset at him. Like I said, he's lost. He's been programmed to think a certain type of way, but then again, I'm not going to sit here and defend him either. So, tell me what everybody think.